I have addiction in my family, a lot of it, and that takes its toll on other people, not just the user. And I grew up in a home with that, and I'll get more into that when I read from the book. But a lot of anxiety arises from that, and a lot of depression. I like to say like it's collateral damage depression, almost like PTSD. And today is National PTSD Day, I think. So this is just about being in my head. Also untitled, so again, name it, and I'll give you a credit and a book acknowledgement one day. And I'm going to just read it. Once the shower heat escaped the bathroom, and I wish it would just burn the house down. That's where I was at. I had never been so fucking tired before. I was falling apart more than I wasn't, but most couldn't tell because I was still hitting my marks. I wrote the saddest poem of my life sitting on the beach in the Hamptons. I hadn't showered for 3 days and was taking stuff to sleep the day I got the call that I got my first book deal. In New York, I got in a fight with the man I love in the middle of Broome Street because I was always sad. And my sadness had begun to seep into everything else. And my sadness had begun to complicate things. I wanted to tell him that if he had gone through what I had, he would be worse off, maybe dead. But I didn't say anything, and I just hailed a cab. People like to believe emotions are just a faucet you could turn on and off. Choose happiness is the mantra of our generation, it seems. But here's the thing. Life hands you things that could set your hands on fire. And my world has been on fire before. Limited visibility, only seeing the moment in front of me. Do not ask me what I'm doing next week. I do not know. Don't light that match. I'm covered in gasoline. Can't you smell it? Heat rising from my toes to my throat, spending weeks, months, years inhaling ash from the dysfunction, choking on the smoke, picking out funeral dresses, making sure it's something I'd never want to wear again, taking stuff to sleep because if I wake up after noon, there's less hours in the day for something to go wrong, keeping my phone on silent, only answering it when I know I could handle the bad news, screaming, vomiting, crying, so much crying, praying, so much praying. If water extinguishes most fires, tell me why tears singe my face as they fall from my eyes. Tell me why the streaks remain like burns on my cheeks. Choose happiness implies that the opposite action is to choose pain. I didn't choose this pain. It chose me. I chose to survive, though. I chose to not hurt others just because I was hurting. I chose to welcome happiness with open arms when it would momentarily shine through like sunlight through curtains. I chose coping skills and scary conversations and healing. Thank you.